Happy Wednesday, dearest friends. Today's video is dedicated to my dear friend, Jordan. Saying goodbye sucks. I mean, has this ever happened to you where you're leaving and all of a sudden you have to say goodbye to all these people, or maybe somebody else is leaving the area and now you have to say goodbye to that person? And it's really sad, and we give each other hugs because I'm a hugging person and I force anybody who's not a hugging person to give me hugs. And we promise each other that we're going to stay in touch because we're friends, and we're both super committed to that. And you know, sometimes it happens for a little bit, but usually we don't stay in touch. It's really hard to stay in touch with people. And that's just a bummer. Like, how do you get over that? I mean, this person that I was a super good friend with all of a sudden just kind of like disappears into the oblivion of, oh yeah, I remember that person. That person was great. And as a slight tangent, one of the greatest things that I like about YouTube is how I get to stay in touch a little bit better with all of these different people. Every week I post something new on the internet and people can, you know, stay in touch with me. And then every once in a while I get responses for my videos, and that's always really nice. So hello to all those friends that I've had to say goodbye to. Now in my life, I've moved a lot, and I've had to say goodbye to a lot of people. I lived in Idaho, Washington State, California, also Virginia, also Canada, also Connecticut. Now I live in Oklahoma, and I almost lived in New England. Is it the biggest list in the world? No, but it still is saying goodbye to people over and over again, and it's hard. So personally, I've had to learn how to come to grips a little bit with saying goodbye to people. There was a phase when I would say goodbye to people and the person would say, we should stay in touch. And I'd be like, yeah, right, that's not gonna happen. Don't say that to people because that doesn't go over very well. It's a little rude. At least starting out, let's have the intent of staying in touch, even if it's not really going to happen. People like to know that they're going to be missed. And I certainly miss those people that I did not express the missing sentiment to. But you know, for all the places that I've moved away from, I've also moved to new places, logically. And for all those people that I've left behind and that I miss, there are also new people that I don't want to leave behind now in Oklahoma. There are so many great people out there. They're just everywhere. So when I think, how am I going to go on in life without having this person as my closest buddy, I realized, well, you know what? There is a closest buddy that's waiting for me on the other side of this moving trip. And that's happened for me time and time again. Humanity has not let me down. As a testament to the goodness of people in the world, I work at Starbucks, and last Friday, I was working in the drive-thru window. And I didn't know this, but sometimes people would pay for the car behind them, which was great. And then that car paid for the car behind them, and then that car paid for the car behind them, and then that car didn't have any cars behind them, and so they didn't pay for anybody, but they were very grateful. And it was cool. And that happened twice on Friday. That just really made my day to see how nice people are. There's so many groups of friends in my life that I really intensely care about. And I look forward to the groups of friends that I'm going to be making in the future. In fact, as I was preparing this video, I started making a list of all the different groups of friends that I wanted to do shoutouts for. And I will be doing all those shoutouts, but it was too long for this video, so I'm going to save it for another video that will be very special. That's all being said. Basically, my advice for saying goodbye is, yeah, it sucks, but you'll get over it. But I do have a little tidbit to go above and beyond that, because I'm a swell guy. Jordan is one of those friends that I left behind way back in Idaho. But she's a friend that I stay in touch with. We text each other every Tuesday. This was a little tradition that we started, I think a couple years ago now, when we were both on the leadership team at St. Augustine's Catholic Center. So the leadership team was this team of mostly students that would help the campus minister organize events, retreats, and socials, and other fun stuff. And at one point, our esteemed campus minister, Katie, organized a little spiritual support system for our leadership team. We split the days of the week into 7, because there are 7 days in a week, and every person was assigned to a different day of the week to pray for the team. And there were more than 7 of us, so we got paired up into groups of more than 1. I was with Jordan. So every Tuesday we were supposed to pray for the team, and in a special way for the person who shared our day of the week. Jordan and I, like good human beings, had a hard time remembering that Tuesday we were supposed to pray for all the people. So we started texting each other on Tuesdays as a reminder. Let's pray. Then comes the end of the semester. By this point we had a habit formed, and I had reminders going off my phone, and so we asked ourselves, well, what do we want to do now? Do we want to continue this? And we decided, yeah, let's do it. Every Tuesday, I text her Happy Tuesday. And then she texts me, Happy Tuesday. And sometimes conversations develop out of that, but usually not. But Jordan being a close friend, I'm ever so grateful for this Tuesday tradition where I can text her every Tuesday and stay in touch. There's one other person who is on my Tuesday club. He's my good old friend, Greg. And then after that, I realized, like, if I'm going to add more people to this routine texting thing, then every week is a little bit overwhelming for me personally, so I have an assortment of friends that have special days of the week. Every second is my good friend Jesse, every third is my good friend Susan. She's my adopted sister, and I'm her adopted brother, and there's more people after that. So, the amended version of my advice for saying goodbye. Please realize that there will always be new, wonderful people in your life. life. Please also realize that this person that we're saying goodbye to will have other really amazing people in their lives that pay it forward and that we might not ever see, just like the people in the Starbucks drive-thru. And then if there's a dear friend that you especially want to hang on to, you can try the 2-stay technique. Alright, well there you have it. I hope you all have a good week, and I hope you're getting ready for Christmas. God bless and ciao.